Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Crypto Corner, your crypto radar for all of the latest news, reviews, market analysis and tutorials that help you master the cryptocurrency markets. In today's episode, I will be talking about a new scam that is involving ledger devices. So if you have a ledger device, you could be a target, so pay attention. Also, we're going to go through the markets and we're going to have a quick look at what is currently going on. We see that we are going again down a little bit. The whole market is down with Bitcoin, so we're going to look at that, and we're going to talk about a couple of the top headlines. One of them is about India, another one about Mexico. This is all going on. Now let's get started first with the market roundup. And as I mentioned today, we see a lot of red on the market, but it's not a big deal. Bitcoin is down by 1.5% and it's dragging the rest of the market with it. Ethereum is down 2.80%. The rest of the coins are around 1% down since yesterday, so not a big drop. The ones that are performing well, Solana is 4% up in fiat value, 5% up in Bitcoin value. Chainlink is also up a little bit, 1.23% in Bitcoin value, almost the same price as yesterday. Theta is actually up by 5% in fiat value, 7% in Bitcoin value since yesterday, so not bad at all. And Algo is also up 3% in Bitcoin value, 1.5% in fiat value. And right now what we're seeing on the markets is basically that a very kind of a slow recovery. We don't really have a very bullish sentiment, unfortunately. The fear and greed index is still showing fear. We are at 26 now for Bitcoin, of course, but it's still in the fear range, so it's still kind of a slow recovery. And if we look at the Bitcoin chart in the short time frame, 1 hour I'm looking right now, we are seeing that we kind of went for that 42k resistance yesterday and we got rejected way before it. So we only managed to reach around 41,000 and we got rejected. So now we dropped to test the support. We established this actually as a support. This used to be a resistance line. Now we are about to flip this into support, which is good news because we need to actually stay above this 40,000. We are now slightly below it, but we went down below it and we got rejected. So on the 1 hour, we actually hit the 200 moving average and we found the support in there. And now we started going up. So what it looks like is that we will be turning this resistance into a support level. Then we will be going up for the 42,000 resistance. Maybe we will get rejected there. I expect that we will get rejected at this. So we will go down again and we will test the support that we are establishing right now. So we have to establish this as a good support so that once we go and retest it, it can hold us and it can take us higher. So what we are doing is small steps to recovery. We're printing a higher low than the previous one, a higher high than the previous one. So these are the signs that we are going up and we are recovering. The target, as you know, is 44.5 to 45,000, but on the way there we actually have a resistance in 42,000 that we'll have to challenge, and it will probably take us a good week to actually overcome it, especially seeing that the fear and greed index is still at these low levels, meaning that from the sentimental analysis we don't really see enough strength in the buyers, enough confidence in the buyers to actually push us higher sooner. So this is why it's going to be taking slow steps, and even the weekend, this weekend could actually see us go below 40k again, retest that support, and we'll see how next week will develop. Now this is in terms of market analysis. Now let's take a look at the news and talk about this Ledger hack again, because it's never ending, guys. Unfortunately, Ledger is the most popular device and it is the most targeted one by the hackers. But before we go into the news, let's quickly have a message from our sponsors. This episode of Crypto Corner is sponsored by PrimeXBT, an award-winning multi-currency trading platform which offers access to hundreds of assets, including cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Ripple, EOS, Cardano, and many more, hundreds of forex pairs, commodities, metals, oil, gas, and others, and indices such as S&P 500, Dow Jones, Nasdaq, and many more. To provide the highest level of liquidity and instant order execution, PrimeXBT aggregates feed from 12 industry-leading exchanges and feed providers. They have 4 base currencies: Bitcoin, Ethereum, USD Tether, and USD Coin, plus their native COV token. Most importantly, PrimeXBT is the exclusive home to co-vesting, a peer-to-peer copy trading module that features a 5-star rating system and global leaderboard that supplies followers with the success and risk metrics that they need so they can make informed decisions about which strategies to follow. This is an automated trading feature that allows novice traders to leverage the skills of more experienced traders and collect profits in a very hands-free and kind of a done-for-you type of a system. It's all done on autopilot. Once you start copying a trader, all of the trades that they execute are being also executed in your account. You don't have to do manually anything, and you can always stop the copy trading at any point that you want. I have been testing this service already, and I shared with you my experience in this video, and also I did a very thorough video on PrimeXBT where I explained all of the different features of the exchange. You will find these links in the description below. What I really like about this exchange is the fact that you don't have to share your ID or any other sensitive data with them. KYC is optional. It is not obligatory, and they have some of the lowest fees on the market, which I also really like. I also have a welcome bonus code that is in the description, so give it a try. Make sure that you use the links in the description below. Okay, so let's start with this story because it is one of the more alarming stories. This is basically a new scam that is involving Ledger devices, as I mentioned. That's why I posted this story on my blog, but actually the source that I'm going to quote here is this one here. bleepingcomputer.com is an online publication that I'm not really familiar with, but they're reporting on this, and they found the story on Reddit, so they're using a lot of sources from Reddit and images and everything. I reposted many of this on my blog as well. So what's happening is last year the Ledger database got hacked, and it was through one of their partner websites. That database was clearly not as secure as Ledger's own website, so hackers managed to breach the website of a partner of Ledger, and from there they managed to get access to the database of Ledger, and they stole more than 270,000 people's data. I mean, their addresses, their emails, their phone numbers, their credit card, I think, details as well, because these are buyers of Ledger. So, you know, this was just database that was collecting the data of people who are purchasing Ledger device. As you know, Ledger doesn't really issue you with your own login details and stuff like that. So first of all, there were the phishing emails that I reported about in my previous episodes and on my blog as well. You were getting emails that were asking you to upgrade your firmware on Ledger and sending you a link in the email. This was a fake link that is basically taking you to a phishing website where entering your details or upgrading, uploading anything would actually be a fake malware rather than an official upgrade or anything like that. Also, people were asking you to enter your seed phrase in different websites. Again, you should never enter your seed phrase into any websites. This is how they were able to steal people's seed phrase, and with that they can actually move on to another device and just enter that seed phrase or a third-party software where you can actually access all of the coins that are associated with the private keys that this seed phrase is guarding. So because they can't actually hack your own device, they're finding all kinds of different ways to make you leak your data yourself, and this is how they're hacking you. This new scam that is currently happening is yet again another way to kind of force people to use a fake device, in this case a device that is either already hacked and preset, or in this case actually there are examples here of a completely faked device. So it's not the original Ledger, it has different components than the original Ledger, but it looks exactly like the original Ledger when you receive it. Even the packaging looks like the original Ledger, and they're basically sending this to you, to your postal address, and asking you to start using this device because allegedly your old device is compromised, and because of a glitch in the system or whatever, your old device is no longer safe. So they're sending you this new device, and you're supposed to set it up with the seed phrase of the old device. As you're entering the seed phrase into this device, they are actually able to access that, and they will be using that seed phrase, as I mentioned, with a third-party software to access all of your coins. So this is the scam in this case, and it's quite dangerous because once you log into your into this new device and you set it up as your old device, you leak all of that data information from the old device, then you're in the hands, you're basically giving them your coins. So it's very important that you don't fall victim to this. If you receive any ledger devices by mail and you did not request it, it's not something that you just purchased, or maybe a replacement for an older device that you requested yourself. If that's not the case, then don't open the device, don't use it at all, don't even look at it or try to sell it to someone else, because you will be basically committing fraud. So and you will cause someone else to lose their coins. So you don't really want to do that, especially if it's going to be going into the hands of scammers like this. This device, even though it looks like the original packaging of Ledger and everything, comes with a letter that apparently had a lot of grammar and other errors in there, stylistic and grammar mistakes. So this should be a red flag for you. But right now, hopefully, you're already knowing to avoid even opening any packaging from Ledger that is coming into the mail if you did not purchase it. This is very important. Always purchase Ledger device from the official websites and official links. I always have a link to the Ledger devices because I have been working with them. It's always in the description of my videos. As you scroll down, you will see here best crypto wallets, and if you click on this link, it will actually take you to my page where I've actually collected all of the top crypto wallets. And here, as you scroll down, you will see I have CopyVault Pro, I have Ledger, and if you click on this, it will take you directly to my referral link. And this is how, if you are buying any of these devices with my link, I'm making a small commission. Also, I've been working, as I said, with Ledger for a long time, and they are one of the sponsors of this channel. So as a sponsor, they're also sometimes sending me these free devices. This is how I have this device as part of my crypto giveaway. This is brand new. If you can see here, it is not as the one that you can see in the picture on my blog post. It has been sealed, factory sealed, and it has never been opened. So you know that this, and I know that this is an original device. But if you are purchasing Ledger, purchase it from the official website, and my referral link takes you directly to the official website, because this is how I got this link. Definitely, even if you don't buy it from me, it doesn't have to be from me, but definitely do not just go on a Google search to look for Ledger, because many times you actually get these advertised posts, advertised pages that are promoted, that someone is paying to have their page in the top adverts. The top 2 results on a Google search are usually adverts, and as adverts, a lot of the times they're by scammers, because it takes time for Google to get this site reported, and it's only when it gets reported, meaning that already someone got burnt, only then Google would remove this and it's not gonna show it anymore. But a lot of the times you will be getting phishing websites being advertised on these top searches. So that's why on the top result in the searches, that's why I never really search for these things. Now let's move on to another headline, which is also quite important. You remember this India ban that was in the making since last year. Basically, last year I reported that the crypto exchanges in India, which were banned temporarily from operating, they joined forces and they took a court action against the government, and they won. The Supreme Court, ruled that they are allowed to be operating, and this is how crypto trading was allowed in India again. Since then, the government has been trying to find a way to make a kind of official ban on cryptocurrencies, to make it into a law. Well, now they're actually dropping this idea in favor of just restricting crypto and making more tight regulations. So now the Securities and Exchange Board of India is going to be tasked with overlooking crypto regulations in the country, and I don't really know what they're going to come up with, what kind of crypto services they will restrict and ban, maybe some of them, perhaps ICOs or whatever they do, but there's not going to be an overall ban of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, which is what many people were fearing in this region, which is very good news. In other good news, Mexico is now another country that is confirmed to be, or rumored at least, to be considering following in the footsteps of El Salvador. If you remember, just a few days ago, El Salvador became the first country in the world to officially accept Bitcoin as a legal tender, which is big news, and it made the headlines around the world. Mexico and Paraguay, I think now, are rumored to be following in the footsteps of this. However, the International Monetary Fund, I reported in my previous episode, is now after El Salvador because they don't really like the fact that Bitcoin is going to complicate things for them, especially because the IMF, International Monetary Fund, is the one that is overlooking different loans and subsidies that are being sent to different countries and stuff like that. They're working tightly with governments and the central bankers of the world. So of course Bitcoin is coming into direct opposition to what they want and what is their best interest. So they're going to try and kind of put off these countries from following the footsteps of El Salvador. It might be a little too late to reverse it in El Salvador, but they're definitely going to go after Mexico, Paraguay, Uruguay, whichever next country decides to follow in the footsteps of El Salvador. So for me, it will be very interesting to see if we are going to be seeing more countries joining and accepting Bitcoin. I feel that at least for a while it's not going to happen, because they will probably wait and see how it's going to work out for El Salvador. Is it really going to be beneficial? I feel it will be beneficial, and so do they, but time will tell. And I will be more than happy to see Mexico or some other country do the same thing, but I just feel that they're going to be kind of pressured now into not going for this yet. Maybe over time it will happen. Well, this is everything, guys. I don't really want to make this video too long. This is everything for today's episode. I hope you liked it. I hope it brought value to you, and if you did, show your support by leaving a like and a comment below. Don't forget, leaving comments will qualify you for my summer giveaway, and Ledger Nano S is only one of the top prizes. There will be more prizes that I will be announcing soon. Leave comments on every video from now all the way until I announce the end of the giveaway, which will be I think end of August. So you have time. You have to be a subscriber as well. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure that you hit the notification bell so that you never miss an episode. Like and comment on every episode from now all the way until the end of my crypto summer giveaway. This is everything. Thanks for staying until the end of this video. I'm signing off, and I will see you in tomorrow's episode.